Welcome back to Pina Cucina. Today we're going to be making cabbage rolls. They've got a slight Slavic twist to it. Now this was one of my mother-in-law's dishes that she was taught by a Serbian lady who in turn taught me. And we've added a few little things to make it more Italian, and we just love it. I hope you do too. Okay, now what we need to do first is we make a sauce. Now this sauce has got to be very thin, a nice thin tomato sauce. We've tried it to make it nice and thick and we did not like it one bit. Now, as per usual, we always start with an onion and a bit of garlic. You may use any onion color you like, black, brown or brindle, doesn't really matter. Now somebody pitched my beautiful garlic crush and I can't get another one the same. So we'll have to do it this way today. And we need some olive oil. As always, we cover the bottom of the pan. Okay, we just wait for the oil to get a little bit hot and then we'll put the onion in. Now we're going to be putting the garlic in when the onion is nearly cooked. So we're going to get this nice and golden. Okay, we put the garlic in now. Don't have to put all of it, just a bit. Just until you get the beautiful aroma coming through. Okay, now we're putting the tomato in. This is 1 can of diced tomatoes. This will cook for as long as you need to cook it. But by the time you get your cabbage rolls rolled and everything, this should be ready. Put a pinch of salt. And here's my beautiful basil. I just washed it. I've still got plenty growing. So we're just gonna roughly chop it in there. Now this sauce is ready very quickly because we are gonna be cooking the tomato right down to very, very dry, and then we're going to add some liquid, and this is when it gets cooked. So it can be ready within half an hour. Today we're going to make a very thin sauce, but we have to get all the water evaporated. Now I may be wrong, but I believe that that's where all the acidity is in the tomato. It needs to be boiled off. As you can see, it's getting drier. This is what we're looking for. It needs to be as dry as possible and not burning. Now make sure you have some water handy because this is when you're going to get to the destination real quick. Okay, I think we're there. Okay, now we'll add some water. Now our sauce is pretty much done. Now we can put lots of water now. So we want it nice and thin because it'll have to cook our rice. So this is pretty much done. Okay, now the sauce is simmering away inside in the kitchen. So now the next thing we're doing is the cabbage. Now I found these beautiful little cabbages. I usually use a half a cabbage, but this is so delightful. So all I've done was just wash it and put in the pot with boiling water for about half an hour to 3/4 of an hour, and here it is. This has been boiling in here for about 3/4 of an hour, and that's what we want to get, something like this. Wilted cabbage so that it's pliable and you can roll it, otherwise you won't be able to because it'll just break. So we're going to put it over here, let it cool off a little bit. Now that they're out of the pot, this is what I do. I'll just spread them out so that they cool off because we need to take this stem from the center, which is a little bit tough. So we're going to cut this out, but don't throw it out. And then we cut our leaves in half like that, and we just put them aside, ready for filling. Okay, in this mixture here we got half a kilo of mince, we got 2 cups of pecorino cheese, 1 cup of breadcrumbs, some parsley, a bit of salt, and a couple of eggs. And it feels a little bit hard, so I'm going to put a little bit of water. Now this is very similar to the polpetti mix or the meatballs. With a slight variation, we add in the rice. I like to use arborio rice because when it's cooked, it's nice and fluffy and big. But you can use any rice you like. Now it's just a matter of getting the leaves filled up and put them in the sauce, and we're done. You pretty much make it as big as you like, but I usually make a nice big polpettone, which is a big meatball, and then roll it like that. Now, they don't have to be secured or anything. They will stay like that. So you could have this process ready from the day before, and you can have them sitting in the fridge, and you can do this at the last minute, make the sauce and then drop them in. So once the rice is cooked, they're pretty much done. And believe me that whenever I make them, there's never enough. So when you run out of leaves, you just keep going as usual without the leaf. They'll stay, they won't go anywhere because the egg will keep it together. So you could either make them into meatballs or make them like the rest of them, or a bit of both. Whatever takes your fancy. The sauce is ready. Now remember how I said it's got to be a liquid sauce? So it's going to be quite liquid because the rice will soak up a lot of water. Now we drop our cabbage rolls in one by one. Try and sort of put them in order. That way you'll always have room for them. Now we don't stir this with the spoon, so we just give it a bit of a shake. Now it seems like it needs trying a little bit more water. We don't want them too dry. Okay, now we just cook them slowly till the rice is cooked. So all you need to do is just get a little piece and taste the rice. When the rice is ready, they're done. Oh, that's just perfect. We just had to let it rest a little bit. So now it's not so hot. So we let it soak. So all the juices just get nicely rested and absorbed a little bit more. So now it's ready. So we've just put it in the dish. Just grab some juices from the bottom and just let it run like that. And there you have it. Cabbage rolls alla Calabrese. Enjoy.